Hi people, in this video I'm gonna have some fun with one of my favorite objects, which is the pluck object from the else library. It's a carpal strung object. Let's check it out. I just love these sounds. Here we have a frequency input in hertz, right? And this is now being triggered by impulses here on the second inlet. Dust sends random impulses with random values up to 1. So what is an impulse? Is just one single sample has a value and then all the rest is 0. Okay, and this determines the overall amplitude. It's like the velocity, you know, in a synth. So you can also set a decay time in milliseconds. Here the argument sets the frequency, the decay time, and also there's a filter inside this object. So you have an internal filter which is a low pass filter, and you can control the cutoff too. Let's also play with that. Let's give it a very, very short decay time. So you're basically just listening to the impulses with a very, very, very fast decay. A little longer. And now with the filter, because here we have a quite large cutoff. Let's have it much lower. Okay. So you can just get all sorts of different sounds. Let's check one of the examples here. There's some computer music cliches. Here we have dust and all these random values for the frequency and everything. And here's another feature. You can ask for an external excitation with the in flag. So if you don't do that, it uses an internal noise generator, which is a white noise generator. And well, here I'm using something different, like the brown, which is brown noise. It sounds lower than white noise. Kind of like a waterfall or something. Oh yeah, there's some reverb, you know, you gotta have some reverb. This is a very simple generative patch. Very cheap trick. Okay, this is using again the internal white noise generator. You can check with both. Here we have a bass and a soprano. And I want to do some other patches like this. Let me check some of the other examples here. Yeah. Let's start something with this. Here we have the tempo object, which just sends a regular tempo, which is here 120 BPM, beats per minute. And the imp sec, which is an impulse sequencer. So here the trig hold object just, when it receives a trigger, which in this case is an impulse, it just holds that value. So we can just check with this other object, which is the display tilde object, you know. This is just to show us that it's following the sequence here. So with this sequence, I can have, you know, like a strong beat, and then here it just decreases, you know. So I just have a decreasing amplitude. Okay, what I want to do is I want to have this, but also another sequencer for the frequency. And there's this object here, which is the sequencer tilde. And you can just put any sequence of numbers here. Let's try to compose a melody. 50, this is going to be MIDI. pitches. Okay, so each, okay, have you ever tried composing like that? Yeah, right. Trying to think of a melody that comes out of like this is fun. Okay. So now let's have the tempo object. And one thing about the tempo object is that it can also give you an irregular beat, okay? It's not like dust, where you also have, you know, random impulses. It will always give you an impulse with a value of 1. Well, okay, let's just, so this is the BPM, and the second argument here, it will give you the sort of a swing in percentage. So 100, it's that it will be twice as fast or twice as slow, you know, at each beat. So it will be rather irregular. And there's also this flag which will just make it work, and you know, as soon as we create the object, we can just listen to the beat, how it's going. See, kind of irregular. You know, you want things to be irregular because then it doesn't get so boring when you listen to, so it's a nice generative trick. And now I can just put it in here, and we can see with the display object, it's following the sequence with an irregular beat, okay? So this is kind of a nice addition to this example here, right? Let's convert this to a frequency in hertz. And I'll just have some decay and cutoff, so we can just listen to. This is gonna get a little bit more complex now in a minute, but just so we know where we are starting from. And here's the melody I composed. Yeah, okay. So there's this melody. And now let's work on the sequence for the impulses, right? Which is impsec. Impulse sequencer. Okay, now let's compose this dynamics. I can also give it like a 0, which is interesting because it will work as a rest, okay? You can try different things in your end, right? Then another 0, and then this, and then maybe, oh, you're, okay. Now we can see. Yeah, I wasn't looking at the screen, sorry. Oh, I'm using PD049, so I have all, now we have this controller Command K shortcut, which is the intelligent patching. So if you don't know about it, please try and check it out. There's a video by Johannes. Try and search for it, intelligent patching pure data. It will show up in Vimeo. Okay. Now, with the rest, I want it to be a rest, so I can't give this one when there's a rest here and then I change the pitch, it won't work. Let's do it like this. Here we go. Okay, I have 8 notes here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 intensity levels, so this will not match. Okay, 8 and 7 will give a little bit of a long period to repeat itself. It's a good trick also to make things a little bit more interesting. So the strong notes here will be different at every sequence. So yeah, this is a nice trick, so you can, it doesn't get so boring right away, right? And now we can have some more fun. Let's try and have some random generators for these other parameters. So we'll make the sound more dynamic. Let's try ramp noise. Okay, ramp noise will just give you random values, and yeah, here we go. So we'll give you random values, but it will do interpolation between one value and another. So we'll just create random ramps. Okay. There's this frequency in hertz. So this means like one random value at each second because it's 1 hertz. And then we can rescale this to a range that we want for the decay. So we'll have something like from very short decay and very long decay, and we'll just keep swinging into these values. Let's see how this goes. So sometimes it will be shorter, and then see, there was a very short one there. Maybe too short, right? Oh. And also with the cutoff, we can have a different frequency for the ramp. And let me think of a nice range, maybe 500 to, quite a big range, a wide range here. See, with the filter being, you kind of get a filter sweep. So things get more dynamic. And I can try a different kind of input. Maybe a brown noise generator again. Let's see. Yeah, I just love the carpal strung with the brown noise. So what else you want to do? This is just carpals and some controls, generative controls. Now we can just try and process this. Let's put some feedback delay. I also love that feedback delay. So what we need is a delay time, 200 milliseconds, and also a decay time for the feedback, 3 seconds. Let's see. Sorry, I just put the feed forward delay. Oops. There we go. And again, you can have random generators for the delay time here, for the feedback, and also for the decay time. Yeah, this works. For the time, for the delay time, if I have getting faster and longer and shorter, it will have some pitch deviations. Okay, so it's going to be a little drastic. Oh, not so much. Maybe if it were faster, yeah, it gets a little crazy because the time here is changing, so it's speeding up and slowing down, and this affects the pitch. But I like it. I think it would be bad, but it sounds cool. Yeah, totally cool. Because I thought it would be just all the time, but no, it spices things up. You can also have some reverb, huh? Yeah. Plate verb. It's one from the else library. It's actually an abstraction. So I'll just steal the full parameters from the help file. Okay. Let's see. Oops. There you go. You can get complex or more complex, of course. You can just duplicate everything and have 2 channels. Oh, by the way, this is a stereo, so let's, yeah. I can listen to this all day. Okay, I think this is it for now. Till next time, bye!